I got for selling me clothes, tuppence for selling me blanket. If ever I list for the soldier again, devil shall be me sergeant.
Right, ladies and gents, a little acquisition by the old Tightwood. First off, if I'm showing you something, I'm only showing you it. I'm not reviewing it as such. It's not going to cost a lot of money. I have always had it on my mind to make a tarp that's got sides on it, wings on it. Okay, looking on AliExpress, found this firm, Toplander. I think it's been designed by them, and quite a new product out. I saw it, and for the price, let's just think, ladies and gents, DD 3x3 tarp sort of price. The first thing they got right is the bag is a lot bigger than it actually needs to be, so you know, when it's going in and out. White webbing, well, not a problem. I prefer black, but these are made for people for camping rather than bushcrafters. So it's Toplander. Anybody interested, I'll drop the link in. Okay, so inside we have, and first off, I'll show you that a lot later, it's that silverized material. You can't get it for love nor money here in the UK, and even on AliExpress, it's yeah, make your eyes water when you want to get it. So it's the reflective stuff that all the latest Nordic tents from Norway and that and Sweden are made of, and that as well. So as you'll see, ladies and gents, really nice bag there. I'll bring the accessories. Inside we have a complete Mozzie fly tent, okay, with zips and that. I'll show you that later on. But something that really took my eye was the fly sheet, and again, you see what I mean, the silverized material. So I can't show you too much when I'm on the ground, ladies and gents. So I think what I'll do is I'll stick it up. I'm not going to bore you with showing you how to put it up and put up a guideline and take 20 minutes just to do that, ladies and gents, because just going to let your eyes be your guide on this one. And here we have separate bag, loads of tent pegs, okay, and they're probably stout aluminium ones, and that's a ridge line they give you. Now obviously it's yellow, so it's probably going to be no good for the bushcrafters and that, but like I said, this is a camping tent, and that's some really robust piece of rope there, which is what you get with your tent anyway. So that's more than enough tent pegs, your guy line for the top, fly sheet on the inside, and obviously the rain sheet, which is something that really impresses me. Now this is also what impressed me. Okay, the whole tent weighs 3 pounds as you see it now. Okay, you start losing some of them tent pegs because they're quite heavy, and it will be a lot than that. It's 1.48 kilograms or 3 pounds, just a tad over 3 pounds. Or the fly sheet on its own is 1 pound or 529 kilograms. Sorry, grams. It's not even a pound. So imagine just, I'm going to show you now just to keep you interested, ladies and gents. And this is the tent. How small is that? That, if folded right, could probably go in the side pocket of your trousers. Okay, and that probably fit in your trousers. But what I'll do is I'll bring you back and I'll show you this thing set up. I'm going to show you the fly sheet first, and then obviously the actual, sorry, the modding it first, and then the fly sheet afterwards, ladies and gents. Right, ladies and gents, normally I've stuck the old, I've used my own ridge line there. I've slacked it off because on this, as you'll see, it comes with the ringlets. You can run paracord through there if you want, paracord through there. Just make sure I'm in shot. If that's where you paracord, but I think as the manufacturer, they've got a thing on there is you just pull some paracord through, and they say put a tent peg through there, but I just think it's, you know, with bushcrafters, put a little peg through there, pull it tight, and obviously all I need to do now is pull me ridge line a little bit tight, and I'll bring it back. But that's how the manufacturer wants you to do it. Right, ladies and gents, only takes 3 seconds, tightened my ridge line up, and she's just ready for pegging in, and it's as simple as that, because it's a tarp that turns into a tent, which is something I've been looking for a goodly while. Right, ladies and gentlemen, didn't take too long to get the fly sheet up, or the outer. loving this so far. None too difficult. I could get it done first time. No instructions needed for anybody that's put up a tent before, and the manufacturer's got it right. Keep it simple, keep it stupid, which makes it a lot cheaper. There's a lot of design features not in this, but you do not need them. So ladies and gents, just give you a walk around it again. Okay, it's sent to, see where the guideline is, once the ridge line to go, pull it upwards and that lifts it off the floor. Here we can see the front, which does come out to give you some working space at the front, i.e. it comes out, not just drops down at 45 degrees. But ladies and gents, this is a tarp tent. Okay, obviously you can use it as a tent or indeed as a tarp. There's the back, which just drops down vertically. I'm going to put a couple of little tie outs there. Again, if I was to say to the manufacturer, some way, maybe a zip down there would be really good. If this is kind of like an early prototype of the tent, which indeed it is. You said I was the first one to see it, inquire and buy it. But yeah, and again, if while I'm doing this, I think the orange, if that could be green or black, and if these tabs could be black, I think you sell a lot to the bushcraft and outdoor community. Not that you won't anyway, because it's a cracking bit of kit, but I look at something and think, how would I make it better? This one is only minor points, which are black webbing, something to close that, and which wouldn't be a problem for us bushcrafters, and it's going to replace your, or instead of your 3x3 tarp, because what I'll do is I'll stick this up on a tripod now and show you how big it is. Just before I do that, ladies and gents, obviously this end, which does have a bell end to it, is got a nice little zip there, flat velcro, and again it's nice little, these are just tie outs, they're not tuggles or anything like that. Literally, as you can see there, little loop, you just tie it in a bow. But inside your tent or your tarpy, absolutely oodles and oodles of room. And again, I think the best way to, I'll put a picture with all the dimensions of this thing up, because the beauty of this thing is it will turn into a baker tent, which is what I'm going to do with it next, ladies and gents. But before that, just so you can see the tent and the fly up on the inside on a Mozzie net, because you do get both for the price. Hell of a price, like I said, in the order of 38 to 40 quid. You can't even buy a tarp for that. And this is a tarp tent with wings on it, zipped at one end with a vestibule, that was the word I was looking for, because it comes out very nice, ladies and gents. Like I say, the silverised material, which you just can't buy here in the UK, and when you can, you pull funny faces when you see how much they want for it per metre. So I'll bring you back in a sec. Right, ladies and gents, easiest way to show you how long something is well, I'm a 6 footer. Bearing in mind you've got the vestibule that will give you another ½ metre on what you see here, ladies and gents. More than enough off the top of my head, and yeah, pretty long enough. I'm quite impressed by this so far. A few little tweaks, I've got to be honest, a few little tweaks which I can do myself. But as you can see, you've got the vestibule. Okay, no toggles. Gives you another ½ metre on that side, ladies and gents. Yeah, quite liking that. Couple of little tweaks, and that's the job done. Right, ladies and gents, thanks for staying with me so far, because this is the beauty of this. Like I say, it's a tarp, it's a tent, it's a baker tent. I've now lifted one side up Obviously see the two sides. I'll show you some detail later on, but you can pay a lot of money for what roughly is the same thing. And I recently made a shelter that two sides to it, the DPM, the Gore-Tex one, but hey ho, ladies and gentlemen, I know this will appeal to a lot of bushcrafters a lot more, knowing that you can set it up very easily in this passage. I've used 1, 2, 3, 4 pegs and 2 bungees, job done, and obviously the ridge line, and it's got 3 little sticks on it, so dead easy to set up. Again, I can mention feet and inches, but let's just see how much room this thing's got. Again, nice sort of size working admin area, completely closed off, and when you want to get your head down, if you like it open like I do, ladies and gents, this will give you an idea. I am 6 foot, okay, or 1.86 metres for those that work in old money, and metres is old money, but there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa. And here we can see you could use these to hook anything you wanted up. There's nice little hooks here, but what they're actually meant for is to hang the mosquito net inner, which I'll show you later on. Okay, but this is generally what I think will appeal to bushcrafters and wild campers the most. Okay, ladies and gents, should you wish to do so, you can drop that down a little bit, run another ridge line across and drop it down again, you know, another ridge line about there, drop that down, so you've still got the open bit. It's got many variations, and I love it. Okay, we're having a closer look up now. Obviously a little hess hook. This every single ridgeline tie-out place has a some really nice bit of nylon cordage on it. When you've got the second side, you can actually have it, you know, sort of tied up as is. I did put in a little knot, but that side can come down if you want. There's a small gap, but more than enough to keep you dry, ladies and gentlemen. And as we see from this side, a cracking big old bit of shelter, and taut as you like down the back. Very nice indeed, and loads of room under there. So if you was to run a ridge line from there, you could even drop that down. But I'll just bring it back for a sec. Just undone the little bow there, and obviously it's not pulled down taut, but as you see, you've got one side there, the other one that's come up, obviously that could be pulled down, pegged in, and again just providing all the more protection. But ladies and gents, I think this is working out to be very nice. More than enough room for anybody and their kit under there. Okay, 2 guidelines. I've used a bit of bungee, you can use a bit of paracord if you want. As we can see, there's the toggle, there's 3 of them on there. Paracord, ridge lines come through there, and just almost like the bit of twig we put through on a pressec knot. It's working really well. I mean, you could tight as a banjo. Actually really works. Here's one there, and there's one there. Right, ladies and gents, I'll get the bug net. Ladies and gents, underneath here, it's got that nice material at the top. Is a Mozzie net. It's got a bathtub to it. Again, I think it needs to be about 4 inches higher, but it's gone underneath. 3-way zip. Yeah, it takes 2 hands to do your zips up. Okay, ladies and gents, so once you've done so, inside there, lovely bathtub, pegged out 4 corners, more tie-up points if you want it. I should have flattened it out a little bit, but yeah, really nice bug net there, and it's got silver reflective material at the top there, so again, that's going to work. I'd like it probably better to be in black, I suppose, but beggars can't be choosers, and you know, this is meant for civvies, not for bushcrafters. And as you'll see there, it's got the hooks there, so even if you wanted to put this under your military tarp as a very lightweight bug sheet, mosquito net, would work really well. And you can have it up, you know, in and sleeping in there when it's put up Baker style, as I've got it now. Plenty of room in there for you and your kit. Right, ladies and gents, all I've done is from there and there, unhooked the bungee elastic cord that was keeping in the one side up, dropped it down, 3 tent pegs, and job's done. She's now a tent with a mosquito net inside, all for 40 quid, or roughly the same as you'll pay for a 3x3 tarp here in the UK. Bearing in mind, just looking at the material, you can't buy that silver sided material, which is ever so robust and lightweight, for love nor money here in the UK. But I'm just going to, as a final charade as we go, I'm just going to give you a quick walk round on the old tent. Right, ladies and gents, obviously I've just thrown one side up and the 2 mozzie nets to one side. Plenty of room in there, and for a very, very lightweight tent, I think the old Mac title was ever so happy with that. Like I say, there's the back side now, see the 2 wings, that's closed, mozzie net inside should you want it, and yeah, weighs not a great deal, well, giving you the weights, and I'll drop them in, and yeah, for in and around 40 quid. I paid just under 40 quid, but the dollar fluctuates. I am absolutely loving this tent, and again we can see the silver sided material here, which will reflect body heat, and it's very, very hard to get that material here in the UK. There we see it just from the other side, just a little kink in that needs pulling out. But ladies and gents, yeah, the Toplander tent, on for what I paid for it and what it is, I'm, yeah, must admit, quite impressed. Right, ladies and gents, yeah, just a postscript there. Very big bag, the whole thing, the inner and the outer are attached, and I've literally just stuffed it in there with no problems whatsoever. And indeed, it's got everything in there, including the yellow rope, which I'm not going to be using, but there's still plenty of room at the top. So that's something a lot of other tent manufacturers need to get right as well. Always make the stuff bag a lot bigger than when you fold it nicely in the factory, because it never goes back the same way. So that's again another thumbs up on that.